Hi guys, it's Mrs. Jones, and today I have my daughter Brady here with me for art class in Des Moines, and let's get started. So today, in honor of all the snowy, freezing cold weather, we're gonna do a project like this one. But you can change it up. You can make it a boy. You can give him a little Carhartt hat if you want. You can make the hair curly or long. You can give them eyelashes or not. There's a lot of different possibilities. So you can personalize it. But for today, we're going to need a piece of construction paper or colored paper. And if you don't have a piece of colored paper, you can get a blank piece of paper and color some designs on it if you want for the hat instead. And then same for the mittens. We're also going to use construction paper. And so I asked Miss Sumter if you guys could have a piece to take home. Any color works. But like I said, if you don't have it or you left it there by accident, it's okay. We'll use a different color paper. We can do other things, okay? You're also going to need a white oil pastel or a white crayon. And this is because we're going to do a resist painting here where you do the snowflakes with the oil pastel or a white crayon. And then we're going to go over it with watercolor. So that means you're also going to need watercolors and a paper towel and some water and a paintbrush. Yep. So, and then you're probably also going to need scissors. So let's go over this again because it was a little bit confusing. Okay, today you're going to need construction paper, any color, or you can color on some paper and white paper with designs later, and I'll talk to you about that when we get there. You're going to need a regular piece of white paper. It can be computer paper or whatever kind of paper you've got. You're going to need pencil, paintbrush, white oil pastel or white crayon, and water, paper towel, and your watercolors. I think that's it. So, I know, that's a lot, but remember you can stop this video, slow it down, etc. if you need it, but let's get started. Okay, I did a girl this time. This is supposed to be kind of look like me and use my colors that I like, but this time I think I'm going to do a boy, okay? But you guys can do whomever you would like. So we're going to start with a pencil. And in the top left corner, we're going to just do kind of a U-shaped face, like that. Good job, Brady. And then we're going to do the eyes, and I'm just going to do closed eyes, but you can make your eyes however you want because it's your art project. And I'm going to do a nose, and then I'm going to draw a mouth because we're happy. We're outside playing in the snow. Okay, now if you want, you can add some eyebrows. You can add some eyelashes if you want. I might just put some eyebrows there. Okay, the next thing you're going to do after you have your U-shaped face with your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, however you want to draw those, you're going to take your construction paper, any color that you've got, and line it up at the top of the head where you left off with the U. This is going to be the hat, okay? So here's an example of my hat. So I kind of did another U shape, and I chose to do like a little fluffy thing on the top. Again, you can do whatever kind of hat you want. If you didn't want to do just a regular beanie or Carhartt hat with a label on it, you can do that. It's up to you. And I am going to do a little Carhartt label on this guy just for fun. And then you kind of want to continue that U shape for their head. Now at this point you can draw the just like a starburst. Asterisk is another name for it. The little pom-pom on the top. You can draw that on the top if you like. Or if you want to try putting another, like you could put a name or a label, or you could just put some designs on there. It's up to you. I'm going to draw the little Carhartt label the best that I can right here. It's a square, and then it's got like a line like that, and it goes curve like that, like a C. And it goes back to make like a ball shape. And it goes around like that. I'm sure that there are better examples of Carhartt label, but I'm going to do my best. And then, oh, I should have made this a little bit longer so I could actually write the letters on there, huh? Okay. You know, the other option is you could take your white crayon or oil pastel and do like a squiggly line or some stripes, or you could do some snowflakes on there, or you don't have to decorate it all right now if you want. You can just cut it out. But before you cut it out, you need to commit and decide if you want that pom-pom on the top or not, because, I mean, I guess you could glue it on later if you like, but I kind of cut around mine and I did little slits in the side to make it kind of look a little fluffy. But anyway, here we are. So if you have your white pastel, you can outline it and put your designs if you want. Oops. I'm going to give that to Brady so she can work on hers. And then I think this is what kind of what the color looks like, so I'm going to do that, but you don't have to do that. There we go. Okay, so here's some hat options for you. I'm not going to cut it out quite yet. The next thing I'm going to do are the mittens. And so my hand's big and it takes up a huge amount of space, so I'm going to kind of go down a little bit further and just outline my thumb and the outer edge of my forefingers together like I'm drawing mittens. I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So I'm going to come over here to the edge of my paper. And I'm not putting my whole hand on there because my hand's a big adult hand, but your hands might be perfect size for this. So I'm going to take my white pastel or crayon and kind of outline. And actually, I think that's probably still going to be too big, so I'm going to make my mittens a little bit smaller than my actual hand. Okay? And then you want to do the other side, but if you're right-handed or left-handed, it might be hard to switch sides and outline. You could try, but if not, you can just do two the same direction and flip one over. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do two the same direction, and then I'll flip one over later. And throw it out here. Okay. The bottom of my mitten, I'm going to put like a little space that like goes over your wrist, like when you're pulling on your mittens and it goes down a little bit. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to decorate this guy's mittens. He might like Carhartt, but he also might like to have some cool mittens. So I'm going to put some snowflakes on his mittens. Snowflakes are awesome, and we're about to get some snow. Hope you guys all stay super warm and safe while you're out there in Des Moines, and that you don't have any crazy power outages. Be praying for that you're safe and warm. Okay, oops, I forgot I was going to flip this one over. That's okay, I'll decorate the other side in a minute. So the next step is to cut these pieces out. So grab some scissors. And I'm going to cut my mittens out first because I got to remember to flip this one over. I just decorated the wrong side. So I'm gonna flip that. So he's gonna have, it's gonna be like he's going like, hi. So he's gonna have a mitten here. A mitten here. Could be like he's saying hi, or maybe he's blocking somebody's snowball that's coming his direction. I'm gonna make this one go down a little bit. There we go. That looks a little bit more natural. I'm gonna cut the hat out. You know what else is a cool symbol on a beanie is like that Browning symbol with the deer. That might look cool. Okay, so once you cut it out, you can stick it on there either like with tape or glue stick, whatever you've got. I forgot to tell you you needed something to stick it on there with. So whatever you've got will be great. I forgot. I need to decorate this side, so I'm going to decorate it so they match. Okay. Now at this point, like if I wanted mine to look more like a girl, or if I wanted to have long hair, because I know some boys have long hair, I could start adding the hair differently, or maybe I just want, maybe I want this guy to have like some short blonde hairs coming out. Or something like that, or short brown hairs, whatever colors you want. Now, you don't have to color the face any color. You could just leave it white, like straight white like this. Or you could get out your oil pastels and you could like kind of lightly color it whatever skin color you want. I don't care if it's purple, it's your drawing. You can do what you want with whatever color, but I might just outline his eyebrows, his eyes, his nose, his mouth. Like that, just so that it sticks out a little bit. All right, now, so this is kind of where we're at compared to this guy. I want to add like a scarf and maybe a coat before I do the background. So I need to kind of decide where I want these to be. I don't have much glue on them right now. I have some tape. So if you have tape, that'll work. I'm just gonna roll my tape backwards over itself so it sticks like that. But you guys can use glue or whatever you have. Just stick it on there. I'm gonna show you my daughters so far. Hers is so cute. It looks like a little cartoon. And then she's doing pink gloves, which is adorable. Oh, she's doing a bunny. Look at those gloves. Your gloves look way better than mine. Nicely done. We could even switch out hats. Like, I could do your hat and you could do my hat. That'd be fun. All right, I'm gonna give that back to you. Okay, so now I need to draw the rest of my character. So I want my person to have a scarf, so I'm going to bring a line down on both sides of his neck. So it just looks like the fluffy part of a scarf, or it even could be like a fluffy part of the top of a jacket or something. And then, but I'm gonna make it a scarf. So then right here, I'm gonna do like a little circle to show that that might be like a knot where the scarf is coming down. And then I'm just gonna put some like fringe at the end, because some scarves have fringe. Then I'm gonna put some stripes. And then these stripes will go this way. But you could just draw it all one color if you want, that's fine too. And then I need to draw a shoulder over here and a shoulder over here. Then his mittens can't just be floating in the air. They need to come from arms. So I'm going to put some arms coming down. And if you want, you could put a zipper, or you could just, this could be a sweater so it doesn't have any buttons or zippers, etc. It's up to you. So there he is. He looks so happy. He's a happy guy. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is the background needs to look like it's snowing, at least in my picture. Yours could be different. So I'm going to take the white pastel or a white crayon and draw some snowflakes just straight on the white part. That is if, oh, I can find my little tiny pastel that Brady and I have to share. So snowflakes have 6 sides, so I'm going to do 3 lines crossing each other, which makes 6. So that's kind of hard to see. Yeah, you're going to have to wait and see probably. It looks just like these. Oops, sorry. So I'm going to put a couple big snowflakes on the background with my white pastel or crayon. Then I'm going to do a bunch of little round dots, like little snowflakes. Yep, you can draw the hair now. And why I'm doing this is because it gives a cool effect when I'm painting over it with watercolors, because the white wax repels the color, and so it's kind of cool. It looks like it's snowing now. I think I'm also going to outline his coat so that it will help me have a barrier. Alright, so now it's watercolor time for me. Oops, sorry, Brady. That means I need to get my water. Don't fill it too high. I usually fill mine about halfway. And I'm like, if your parents don't want you to use their good cups for water, I like to save old sour cream or yogurt jar, like plastic tubs, and use those because nobody cares if I get them messy. So I'm going to get my paintbrush super wet and decide what colors we're going to have. Even though he's wearing a lot of blue, I would like my background to still be blue, but maybe I'll make it a darker blue so it doesn't blend in with his hat. So I'm going to put that water in there, and I'm going to stir, 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 because the more you stir with that water, the more pigment powder comes up into the water and it makes the color darker. Ooh, see how dark that is? That's really dark. It's almost too dark. I might have to add some more water. Ooh, it's like he's outside at night. It's so dark. So I'm just painting around the background. Now, see how I'm making a mess here? It doesn't really matter on my table because my table's already a mess. But you might want to put some paper towel or some newspaper or something underneath so that your parents won't be upset if you get paint on it. Now it is watercolor, so it does come off pretty easily when you're cleaning it. It's not permanent. So that's good because it's water-based. Yep, you can paint the skin with a watercolor. That might be a better option for you if you don't have a good skin color that feel like represents you in your oil pastels. Sometimes it's easier to make colors, mix them with your watercolors. When I was making my example today at school, though, I had no brown. Whoops. Party foul. Anyway, I had no brown, so I couldn't make a good skin color. So I just skipped it and just left them the same color as the paper. Now, if you're looking at your background and you don't like it's streaky, You can go back in with just some regular water on your brush and kind of like spread it out a little bit more. Like this is pretty streaky and I don't like that, so I'm going to spread it out a little bit so it's more even and not chunky looking. Now sometimes too, you'll notice like some pieces are not repelling the water as good as they should. Sometimes you might have to go back over it with the pastel later. I'll lose the pastel again. Oh my gosh. Alright, he's looking happy. I'm liking the background. Let's give him a different color shirt. Like maybe a green shirt. Maybe he likes green. Is this green or turquoise? I don't know. Oh yeah, it's green. Now, if you want, you don't have to use watercolor on the shirt. You could use pastels, colored pencils. I'm using watercolors because I have them right here and they're already out. I know I'm going super fast. You guys can take your time and you can always pause the video and you can always finish it later. If you use too much water too, it might make your paper really wet. So it might make it harder to do other things and you might need to let it dry for a little while. So you don't have to use too much water though, because then it might get soggy and then wrinkly and that would not be good. So I hope some of you guys put your artwork in the art show at the Old Past Gallery in Raton. The reception is this Friday, today, from 4 to 6 p.m. at that Old Past Gallery, which is the one right by the train station. So hopefully you guys put some artwork in there that I get to go see. Alright, now I'm working on his scarf. You can make it a solid color scarf, but I did stripes. So I'm going to put some stripes in there, and I chose like the same color as his hair and his little Carhartt symbol just for fun, so that I have a consistent color scheme. But you can do whatever you want, whatever color makes you happy. What other color do you think would look good with that yellow? Maybe red? Yeah. Maybe like just red and yellow. Kind of like mustard. Or if you've ever seen Harry Potter, it's like Gryffindor colors. Go, go, Gryffindor! Go, go, Gryffindor! So the more water, the lighter the color is going to be. And the more that you mix the water in, the darker your color is going to be. There we go. I don't really have a super great skin color available. This might work actually. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm going to kind of outline my outlines with this brown color I have. And then I'm just going to get water and just drag it around. Because I don't have a great skin tone color. But I can kind of pick up some of that pigment that I left behind when I outlined them just now. And spread that around a little bit. Oh, you look good. Maybe a little bit of a lighter color in there too. Maybe a little yellow in there. Oop, I'm almost put too much water. It's starting to wrinkle. There we go. Alright, so I'm about finished with my guy. I'm going to show you both of them side by side so you can kind of decide what you want to do, but you can put like big cartoony eyes on yours if you want, or you can try and make it look more realistic. You don't have to color the skin, you can color the skin. I'm going to show you what Brady's got so far. She did a bunny hat with bunny ears, and I think it looks really cool because it breaks the barrier of this rectangle and goes off the page. And it looks adorable, and she's not quite finished yet, but it looks good so far. So you can kind of see some of the options. All right. Well, that's it for today, and I look forward to seeing you Friday morning during your class. But if not, or if I'm going too fast, you can go back and check out these videos. Bye, Des Moines. Stay warm.